Alrighty, what's up, guys? Wanted to give you a quick Bitcoin and Ethereum update right now. So, we did have a little bit of a pump today, which was, I don't think the most likely scenario given everything else, but, I did talk about it in the Discord, the possibility of it. I was looking to go long this morning on the 15-minute money flow crossover. I kind of decided against it a little bit. Just because the overall feel of the market, especially the ETH blood diamond on the daily. But that since has disappeared, which does happen sometimes. Usually it doesn't. But I think this could be a little bit of a lag before we really play out with the bearish things here. So let's start with the higher time frame here. So the largest time frame that's printing a yellow X, I believe, right now is the 9-day. Now, some may say this is right after we bottomed out, and a few months after we bottomed out, 2 months after we bottomed out in March of 2015 here, two yellow X's, and then you came up. Now, it can go either way. So when you did bottom out, here on your 9-day, you already bottomed out. The money flow is the same here. This would almost be the case to bottom out earlier. However, I would say with everything going on, fundamentals, the Fed still raising rates, all these type of things, it seems a little bit more likely, or a significant amount more likely, I would think, that we're going to come down further. And this yellow X, which usually these mean more, usually these bring you down on really any time frame, any significantly to any medium time frame at least, they bring you down a good amount. They mean something usually. So that's what we gotta, we gotta keep in mind. We gotta be careful with that. It could also be like kind of this red dot here. You see this red dot right over here came down about 50%. So the main drop here was 60% and 50%. If this is 40%, which what I think is kind of most likely, 12, 13K, that area, 400 weekly moving average is at 13.1K. That's a huge area to look at. Let's move on to the weekly here. So what's happening right now is you're kind of coming up a little bit. You're maybe curving up with the VWAP a little bit here to get a green dot, get a bullish div, which would be a big thing. That would be a big thing. That would bring the odds of us having bottomed out to be a lot higher. However, another time frame that kind of gives your bearish case, look, this is curving down, about to print a red dot on your 10-day. Now, since things have been, a little choppy, a little sideways for, some time now, in this kind of, channel between, 24 and 18K, it's going to, sometimes we play green dot, red dot, kind of like here. It's just what some people think could happen. Green dot, red dot all the way, then you break downward, coiled up for a while, then bam. Given that we're in some interesting times, a lot is going on, I think we could break down quicker, kind of do this drop quicker. And look, you didn't bottom out until you had a green dot when you were in the red. This one was not in the red. Same deal back here when you bottomed out. You didn't get to the bottom until this. You were in the red. So this one did not work. This green dot could be kind of like the one we are right here. We're on right now. Moving on to some lower time frames. So kind of what I've been doing, I added to my shorts this morning, risk-free, got stopped out in profit. Added a new swing short in the exclusive Discord on an altcoin that I think is going to go down. And what we could look at is Bitcoin dominance as well. I'll show you that in just this minute. So if Bitcoin dominance goes up, your altcoins will likely go down unless we just have a Bitcoin-driven rally, which doesn't seem likely with the ETH merge coming up. That's what we got to pay attention to. 3 days, kind of neutral. These 3-day, 2-day, your view is trying to come up, now it's coming back down. These are pretty neutral in Bitcoin. Your daily, I would say, is more bearish with the money flow coming back into the red. Almost looks like it wants to, come deep down. And if we do come, deeper down like this would give you probably a local bottom end of the month into October. So if September is a major bath, you would just gradually trend down this month. Moving on to your 16-hour, doesn't look like when we do get the green dot, it will be a bullish div. So that could be more of a bearish thing. And your 3 LXs here, usually you get 4 or 5 when they're together. Could be 1 or 2, which bring us down to this level. This is right around your 300 weekly moving average, 17K. That's a big place to look for. And moving on to some of these lower time frames, you do have a bullish div. You do have a bullish div printing on your 10-hour right here. Could give us something. It's been a while since we've kind of had some of these. These don't happen too often. I believe this was one over here. Yeah, this definitely would have been one. And, it took time to play out. This was a weird time, but he did come up. He did come up a bit more from this. So that's something to look at. Wouldn't bet too much on it. You do have 2 hours for it to confirm. So that's more of a bullish case right now. Same exact thing in your 6 hour. Your 4 hour, it already confirmed kind of that same. You see from here to here, it's kind of that same divergence. You are hitting a spiral line right now. You're kind of hitting this spiral line right here. I'm waiting to potentially go short in a little bit. We don't have a 15-minute bearish div just yet. I believe in regular candles we do, but I'm being patient with this, being a little bit more patient with this. What you could do possibly is do a stop loss above here, or just wait for this place to look for another short as well. So I would say some patience is could go a long way. Maybe wait for some money flow crossovers on some of these lower time frames, like the 6-minute, the 7-minute, those areas to look for a short, or for this view up to start coming down the 2 hour, red dot there, or a red dot in the hourly. Look for that. I'm patiently waiting, for this little rally to be done. It looks like we're kind of having this point act as support right now. So patience is a virtue. And given this environment, let's look at Bitcoin dominance real quick before we look at ETH, because let me show you, we are hitting such a major area with Bitcoin dominance right here. I mean, this is such a major point. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're essentially creating a double bottom with this. And I do think this, see 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow, 5 yellow X's, I do think you're going to turn around here. And if it does play out very bullish, it's probably, I think it's going to come up no matter what. I'd be very surprised if it comes down. It's not likely to come down even farther. But I think when it goes up, there's one or two things that's going to happen. Either you have kind of this is less likely. You have a Bitcoin-driven rally where Bitcoin outperforms everything else, but everything does come up. We've seen that a few times in history. Or we just have a pretty big crash, which was a good example of this was May of 2021. You just crashed and Bitcoin dominance went way up and a lot of altcoins got, shredded to pieces. You still have Dogecoin and Shiba with big market caps, highly ranked. Those are ones I think may come down, and I think real projects may surpass their market cap here, kind of like Matic, Polkadot, surpassing Doge. I think that is pretty likely here, and I think there is a good shot we could crash down farther this month. So yeah, moving on to Ethereum here. So your 6-day, you confirm this blood diamond here. Obviously, I don't need to tell you, these were huge drops here. Some may make the argument that this one won't play out as well. You're kind of in the green on this hike and candle right now. What I think could happen is I think it could lag a little bit, then you drop down. Maybe just enough, we had a little bit of a short squeeze right here that people were talking about. We did have a short squeeze and just enough to get it down. You do have a green dot on your weekly. The thing with this is it's not a bullish div. It's not a bullish div. And also, 4 days to confirm. I have a feeling we could dump down and this could go away. This could definitely go away, just like our daily blood diamond before it went away. And that daily blood diamond could come back as well, guys. So that's what you got to worry about. It would probably come back, not in 2 hours, but maybe tomorrow it could come back and bring us down farther. Looking at your 12-hour money flow generally coming out here, that's not too good overall. Same deal, very choppy with the 8-hour, nothing to get out of this too much. And I forgot to mention to you guys though, look at your kind of your 2-day, right? See how you were high with the split RSIs, came down. Now you can kind of compare it to like here. See how we are, the split RSIs coming down again. I mean, look at this, look at this trajectory here. I mean, this was a 73% dump down. And this could be kind of the capitulation down to see this area right here around 500 for a market cycle bottom. That would make a lot of sense. Not saying it's going to go that low, but I do think there's a good shot. Now, if we look at some of these lower time frames here, bearish div on your hourly is going to be a good place to look to potentially go short. You are hitting kind of some place of resistance right here. Could he come up to 1742? Probably, but I don't think it's the most likely thing. I think you're going to probably have a pullback relatively soon. You are getting a bearish div. No, not a bearish div. A bearish div printing on your 30-minute. maybe when this confirms, it would be a potential place to try to go short here. That's kind of the same divergence in the 15-minute, or wait for kind of a lower, closer divergence under 15-minute, closer divergence in some of these lower time frames to potentially go short right now. Let's see if we have any. Probably draw a local fib level and see if we're hitting anything important right now. Let's see here. So yeah, we are hitting a pocket right here, which is pretty big, and you just see right here, potentially you may get a 6-minute bearish div. So some of these bearish divs on this lower time frame could definitely, give you at least a scalp short right here, which is what I'm looking at right now. So yeah, that's Ethereum, that's Bitcoin. What I think is most likely, a lot of altcoins will continue to bleed against Bitcoin. Ethereum could be a little bit different. I don't really consider Ethereum to be an altcoin anymore. So that's kind of its own thing. It's a blue chip, so that may not bleed as much, especially with the merge coming up. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with the merge. I mean, I'm more of a technical trader, so it doesn't affect me too much. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at, guys. If you guys are interested in my exclusive Discord, with some of my trade signals, exclusive TA, stop losses, take profits, all that type of stuff. Not right 100% of the time, but we've done very well in there lately. So yeah, guys, check that out. Link in the description below. If you're interested in my course, link in the description below as well. If you want to trade on BITGET, if you're an experienced trader, link in the description below. I got a special promo for just you guys down below if you want to create a new account. You don't have to deposit or trade with too much to get the bonus. It's a really good bonus, so check that out. So yeah, guys, also if you want to get Market Cipher, link in the description below. If you enjoyed the content, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. All right, guys, have a good one.